Hi ladies, Ashley here from Glow Body Personal Training, and welcome to my absolute favorite back and hip routine. This routine has gotten me successfully through 3 pregnancies. I'm not currently pregnant, but it was really important to me that I re-record this workout for you. I recorded it when I was 27 weeks pregnant. My husband was gone for many months doing army training during my last pregnancy, and most women online, I don't talk about that when he's gone because it's dangerous, but he was gone a lot, and my kids were in the video. They were a little bit too loud and too distracting, and it was the first video ever on YouTube where I received some hurtful, negative comments that just made me feel bad, saying it was unprofessional, too distracting, oh my gosh, is too much, that they can't get over the noise. So I really believe in delivering you my absolute best. So I am re-recording the same best back and hip opening release routine for you. I'm leaving my kid version, the same workout, up on YouTube just for the sake of being real, because that is my life. So if you wanna just peek into that video, it's still there. Otherwise, enjoy this more relaxing and focused video with me right now. So hands nice and wide on your mat. We're going to start together on all fours. This just distributes your weight, so we're not putting too much weight just into the wrist. Legs are wide as well. I don't want them together. So nice and wide, a little bit more narrow than your hands. Making big, long hip circles. Let's start all the way back. Now bring it off to the right-hand side, all the way forward, all the way to the side, and back. Imagine you're drawing a circle with your pelvis. It's out of our nature to go so far wide, but it's an important range of motion that we don't want to lose while baby belly is growing in the front while we are pregnant. Good, and let's reverse that. Bring it all the way forward. Remember, you're drawing a circle with your pelvis. Not just an oval, but a circle. So it gets wide, it goes forward, far out to the side, and far back. One more. Good, now we're going back in the original direction, but this time we're adding a few pelvic tilts, which just really helps prevent this kind of motion, which we usually have when we were pregnant, that posterior tilt where the spine is just being compressed and it creates a hyperlordosis, a curvature, which we don't want. So we're retraining our core to turn on and our pelvis and hip muscles to be able to tuck under. So we're just going to do a hip circle again to the right, big long circle, and then come up here at the top and give me a hip tuck and pull it in. I want belly button hugging your baby, spine reaching up to the ceiling. Your abs are actively engaged, and just let that head hang. And one more on the side. And back up to center, and good pelvic tilt. This is an isometric move. We are not moving, but your core is turned on. How high can you pull baby up? You will see a contraction in your stomach if you're in a mirror right now. And relax, come to flat back. So this kind of position, I want you to avoid while pregnant. I never want you really jutting, forcing baby belly down. Just want you coming to a neutral spine. So all the way to the left, forward, pelvis is making a circle. And back to center in pelvic tilt, pull it in. Not holding our breath here. Never want to hold your breath when you're lifting or exercising at all while you're pregnant. And tuck that in. How far can you tuck that pelvis in? Good, and one more. Same side, all the way to the left, forward and around, back to center, and tuck it in. And release the flat back. Now come to the side of your mat, and this is just because I want to keep these knees nice and comfy. You could, of course, do this on the side as well, but then would be on the floor. So I want feet splayed out to the side. Legs are nice and wide. Go as low as you feel comfortable with. Now, if you are first trimester, you might be able to get really, really low and come all the way down. If you are second or third trimester, I want you hovering to the point where baby belly is just hovering off the floor. We're not putting any pressure on your stomach. So second or third trimester, I want you right here. Elbows bent, fingers nice and wide to support your upper body weight. And sinking the front of your pelvic floor towards your mat. And if you're a first trimester, right here, give me Spider-Man hands and sink it down, chest is lower into mat. All right, now as if somebody caught the back of our butt with a fishing hook and they are reeling it in, reeling it in, reeling it in, I want you to slowly scoot that butt behind you, pulling it in, pulling it in, pulling it in. Second or third trimester, you're right here. Just walking the butt back and holding. All right, you're that fish that's stuck on a rock. You're going to get free. The fisherman isn't going to get you. And we're pushing back as they are pulling your butt in with the line. So glutes are going back towards the wall. And still breathing right here, not holding your breath. And give me one more inch on each side, bringing those feet out a little bit more. And again, driving the glutes back. And first trimester, again, you can be down here. All right, come back to center, and I want you on your butt. Butterfly position. And then using your hands, pull those feet a little closer. Using your forearms and elbows, you're just going to rest onto these legs. Chest is collapsing towards the arches of your feet. Now let's provide a little bit more weight on the upper body and reach forward here. Now if belly touches your heels, that's absolutely fine. Mine definitely does when I am pregnant. I get quite big, and my biggest baby, Riker, he was just under 10 pounds, so I totally understand when belly feels like it's getting in the way. But these types of moves are what's going to help keep you mobile and more healthy and just feeling good all around. Because if you don't move in all different directions, you're not squeezing out that lymphatic system in order to provide space for new nutrients to come in. And it can slow down recovery, give you a lot of pain. So it's important to maintain our mobility while you're pregnant. Next is Indian style. So sit regular Indian style, nice upright posture, and then I want one leg to come on top of the other. With me, turn your torso to face the top foot. Now we're going to fold over it, using your arms here for support, only going as low as you feel comfortable with. And I want you to feel the stretch and the outside of this gluteus medius. So nose is approaching knee. Fingers are always nice and wide for balance. It's common when you are pregnant and postpartum to have symptoms of arthritis in your wrists. So I'm always very careful and mindful of this during pregnancy as well as postpartum in my 12-week post-pregnancy plan. Same thing, other side. What's different from my prenatal workouts, if you're not already, go to glowbodypt.com, fold over, and download my free prenatal training schedule. I take you week by week, taking all of the guesswork out on what is safe to do through each trimester of your pregnancy. And if you are 27 weeks right now, don't go back and start at week 8. Start right where you are at week 27. And if you are third trimester past 32 weeks when that prenatal training schedule stops, just go ahead and you can do any of the workouts between 28 and 32 weeks that we know are all third trimester safe. And sit up. Now I want you to come into a birthing squat. Feet nice and wide, so you're getting your balance right here. Baby belly is throwing you off balance a little bit, but I want you to use these hands in the front, just gently push your elbows against your knees. But what makes my 12-week post-pregnancy plan different than my prenatal training schedule is that the post-pregnancy plan is 100% designed for diastasis recti, which is the separation of our front abdominals. They pull apart when we're pregnant. It's absolutely normal. 99.9% of women get it. If you don't have diastasis recti while you're pregnant, you are a lucky genetic freak, but we all get it. It's totally normal. Relaxin is high, the hormone that helps our body be more flexible and spread apart. But it's important that we address that postpartum so you can effectively close your abs, back together, flatten out that lower stomach and regain your core stability and make sure that your pelvic floor is intact again. So it is all about rehabbing your body while workouts that are still challenging, because you know my style. So getting a little bit wider. I just want you to lean forward and just stretch that up really quick. So feet are still out nice and wide, and let your head be super heavy. Hang it down like a bowling ball. And then lead with the knees. Lead the knees out over the toes again, and see if you can get a little bit deeper in your birthing squat. If you find that you're up here right now, that's okay. You might have a little bit of ankle mobility issues or calf tightness, one of those two things. So those are the two things I want you working on so that you can definitely get down into this birthing squat. And let's just shift right, shift left, letting that heel come off the floor. Notice when I'm shifting, heel comes up. But when you're in the full birthing squat, we definitely want heels flat on the floor. Just like this, chest up nice and high. And sit back down. Turning to the side on your mat, we're going to hook one leg over the other. I want a left leg hooked over your right knee. We're coming down into a side lying figure four. So use these hands to grab the back of your thigh and just roll to the side. So past 16 weeks pregnant, I never want you doing anything flat on your back for more than about 20 seconds. So just the weight of your growing uterus can be dangerous and can cut off oxygenation to baby and blood flow, and that's not what we want. So it's important to be sleeping on your side past 16 weeks, to not be doing exercises or stretches flat on your back. Pick a modification to the side, and if you do my workouts, I'm taking care of you. I'll never keep you on your back more than 30 seconds past that 16-week mark. So you actively use those biceps and pull this leg closer. You can go on the outside of your leg too if that helps. We're feeling the stretch on the outer part of your hip and outer part of your glutes. So your arch of your foot is coming towards your bust. Pull it closer. And use this hand now to drive your knee away. Good, now let's just stretch out the back with a lumbar spine stretch. So the lower portion of our spine is what we're working on. So getting comfortable, set shoulders are flat on your mat. I want you to take right arm, hook it on the outside of your left knee, and let it fold downward. And 90 degrees at the hip, 90 degrees at the knee. And sometimes I get a back crack. This is a stretch I do almost every single night while I'm pregnant before I go to sleep, and it gives me a little back crack on each side. That's just air compressing, don't worry. And it just provides some release, because I know it's hard to be comfortable when you're sleeping or driving or doing pretty much anything when you're in second, third trimester. So this is something that has been a go-to for me for years, and I really hope you enjoy this spinal rotation as well. Good, and we're going to log roll up and do the exact same thing on the other side. You don't have to switch sides on your mat, but I'm going to, just so you don't have to be looking at my butt the whole time. So rolling down to your side again. This time we're taking our right leg, hooking it over the left leg and pulling it in. Now let this foot just sink down to the floor so that we are comfortably on our side. And good, exhale here. We're feeling the stretch right here. If you want to take this up to next level, I want you to reach to the outside top of your shin, letting that foot come down, and then use your other arm to actively drive your knee away from you. So you're externally rotating the hip. And the farther this is down in your leg, the greater stretch we're going to get. And release that. So bottom leg, left leg is straight. Right leg is 90 degrees here, 90 degrees at the hip. I want shoulders flat on the mat, hands wide. You can be looking up at the ceiling, and just let the weight of your top leg be reaching towards the floor. Take this hand and put it on the outside of your thigh and gently press down. You may or may not feel a crack here. What I don't want to see is you going so far that this shoulder is off the mat. Not the intention. We want a safe spinal rotation. And relax. I hope that you really enjoyed this video. It will help so much if you can leave a comment below. Give it a thumbs up. It just helps YouTube analytics find this workout video so we can bring it to the top of the list and replace the noisier version. And if you have stuck with me through any times when my kids were distracting during a workout video or during that video specifically, thank you for sticking with me, for accepting that this is real motherhood, and I hope that you absolutely love my free prenatal training schedule. Go grab that right now because it is so helpful. It just saves you so much time. The workouts are tough and will definitely keep you in fantastic shape so that you can go into labor feeling confident and strong, the best shape that you can possibly be in. And then it will also help you a lot on my 12-week post-pregnancy plan because we won't be starting from scratch. My prenatal training will help keep you at a solid level of fitness so we can just pick up postpartum, fix your core, regain some strength all over as we safely lose fat, and it is 100% breastfeeding safe. I'm actually 12 months postpartum and still nursing Ava right now. I love you ladies so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.